Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 3 of Civilization VII. At the end of the last video, actually after I'd hit end record, I did notice that our age progress is actually on 57%. I hadn't been keeping my eye on that and I hadn't realised just how much that had progressed. The reason it's that high is that every time a civilization, regardless of whether it's the player or an AI, hits one of these milestones on the legacy paths, it adds +5 to the age progression. I'm guessing that's maybe 5%, but the point is every time any civilization hits one of these milestones, it progresses the age. And the age also progresses organically every turn as well, so it does move on without the player. Now, we know that Tecumseh has already taken, I would say, at least 2 cities. So if we look just, for example, at the military path, it's 12 towns or cities and conquered settlements count as 2. So he's got at least 2 of his own, and then he's captured 2, so that would be 4 or 6, which would mean he's only 1 away from getting a legacy point here. That's if he doesn't have a 6th, another city around, which he may well do. So what I'm thinking, because this is progressing on, I was trying to wait to get his relationship down even further so that we wouldn't get as big a war support penalty, but I don't think we're going to have the time. That's my concern here. Now, we are playing on an easier difficulty level because this is one of my first games, so it's probably, I can see he's actually 4 of his cities, so there is actually a way to see how many cities somebody has. He has 4. Himiko still has 3. I only have 3, and I should definitely want to take another one because I do have the limit for more. I see you've set up another one down here as well. That was that always there? Anyway, that's not the point, is it? So I think we're going to get ready and start this war reasonably quickly because I don't want to delay it too much. I think we'll be okay. I think we can back things up. I think I might also want to at some point turn this town into a city, which only cost us 250 gold, so it's not actually that bad because it's not doing a lot. Let's go ahead and do that. So now we've got another city, which now means we have direct control over it. We can actually say what we want to build here. So what we might want to get, I mean, we could certainly get ourselves another forum, give ourselves some more gold. We probably want to get another legatus reasonably quickly as well. Let's start by trying to get, we're okay on happiness. Let's get ourselves another forum. So there are some existing buildings here. So what have we got in here? We've got the saw pit, we've got the city hall, we've got the brickyard. So we'll just pick an empty tile. It can go over here for now. Yeah, so let's start thinking about moving these units in ready to fight. We've also got some resources that we could move around now. The city does have some happiness, so I'm not overly vexed on that one. There's the wheel done, so we probably want to consider getting some ballistas soon. A flood of opportunity. One day, a devastating flood rushes through the streets as the river swells its banks. Entire city districts are now dank, hazardous, and unlivable, with hundreds now homeless. In every crisis, however, there is opportunity. House them in the barracks, gives us 1 legion, or make space for them in the central quarter. Now, migrant basically gives you +1 population in a city. I don't think I need another legion right now, so maybe we just take the migrant. And we choose a new technology. Military training would give us unit flanking, which could be useful. The wheel 2 would give us movement for siege units and a codex. I'd like to get a codex. The problem that we've actually got right now is we don't have any... Oh, we do have 1 slot to put that in. So we could go for the wheel 2 to get a codex. But being able to build the arena might be good. The wheel 1 will be quicker though, so we probably want to do that. Let's go and work on that. Let's go and take this army and move it down here. Again, let's hope that the river doesn't flood while we're on it. This legion's working its way back towards our empire. And this unit is going to stay up here just in case he sends something down from the north, because he might. But we should also get the backup from our city-state here. And, yeah, I'm not too sure what we're going to do with the scouts. We're going to struggle to get through here. There's really not much more for that scout to uncover. So, much like the older games, there's still an issue where scouts end up with... There's still an issue where scouts end up with limited usefulness by the end of each age. I might unpack this on the next turn, because you see he does have a unit there moving in, which is really just a scout, so it's not that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and... If I just unpack you, will you unpack sensibly? Yeah, you see, when you use the automatic unpack, it will actually put a unit on the same tile as the commander. But if you do it manually, you can't place one on the tile of the commander, which I've always found a bit weird. So we're going to move you here. He does have a unit in there. He doesn't have any walls. We should easily be able to take that. Can't unpack on this turn, though. You do have the promotion. You're the one that's not promoted, aren't you? Yeah, you've only got 2 promotions. That's why I wanted to unpack that one first. Although I believe, yeah, we have already picked up initiative on that unit anyway. No point declaring war on him right now, because that's just not going to help us. So we're going to go back round here. Who are you at war with? Are you actually picking a fight with China for some random reason? So we'll keep all of these units here. We could actually just have them all fortify if we wanted to. I think there is a button on the Legatus to do that, is there not? Oh, it requires full movement. I thought there was a button where he could order everyone to fortify. And what do we have here? This is our migrant. So this one's going to take the longest to grow. So let's go and move them over there. And then we can grow that city. Now, it's also worth remembering that all cities get converted back into towns at the end of an age. We are now hostile with Tecumseh, so we can declare war, I would say, somewhat safely, although as he declared war on me. So he's actually declared war on me. That's fine. I was going to declare war on him this turn anyway. Oh, she's declared war on me as well. That's interesting. So I've actually been declared on by both AIs at the same time. So my scout got wiped out. That's annoying. So we are going to have to get some more units, which I kind of expected anyway. We've got some money in the bank. We've got a legion over here. We've got an archer over here. Let's start by wiping out any of his units that we can get done easily. Didn't want to let me hit that one, did it, for some reason? Let's make sure we get the archer. Okay, didn't quite get that one taken out, but we can do it with you. Okay, cool. You are going to unpack. Little bit of a weird placement there, but I suppose that's partially because of the river. So yeah, we'll attack with the Legion. This city's not going to take any time at all. I could move this Legion around there to hit the city, but it's really sort of a waste of time at that point. There is a unit here. It might get attacked by this archer. My plan is to get another Legatus out and try and build a third full stack army. I don't really have enough money to start buying the units right now, so I want to avoid that if I can. And I don't want to keep this unit on the river either. Yeah, you can just go back onto this Legatus for now. I don't want to do anything with you guys just yet, so skip the turn. Right, on to the next turn. He has got a unit moving in there. So has China. So this now gives us an extra social policy slot and increases our settlement limit, and we can do the Colosseum. We can change our policies, actually. So what do we want to put in here? We're not fighting independent powers. Production towards military units in the capital for every town. Production towards training for infantry and ranged units. Or production on urban districts. Well, we are working on an urban district right now. Or was that just in the capital? Did I just misread that? Oh, only in the capital. Let's go for... production towards military units in the capital for every town. It's going to be a little while before we can do that, because we are currently working on the terracotta army, but that will give us a legatus anyway, actually, so I don't need to produce one if we finish that. So there is a unit coming in over here. There's a couple of units coming in over here, actually. We can hit this scout with our archer. It didn't do a lot of damage. Now he's going to start moving in over here. I'm going to go ahead and try... Yeah, I can't really move around with this legion. I could potentially move forwards with these, but let's have him come towards us. This unit again, I think, is really a scout unit, so it should be something that we can attack quite easily. Oh no, that's a trade unit, isn't it? So don't have to worry about that one. I thought that was a hostile unit. I'm just not familiar with all the unit types right now. Here's a narrative choice. Roman citizens gather in high spirits to celebrate the festival of Force Fortuna. Wine flows liberally, and revelers drape themselves in flower garlands. One rowdy group declares that these are the celebrations expected of an empire ruled by its people. A nearby senator retorts that Rome is guided by the Senate. A little more gratitude should be in order. So we can get a cultural attribute point, or we can get a militaristic attribute point. We're Rome. We're going militaristic. Why wouldn't we? So let's spend that straight away. So in terms of war, is this war support? So we've got negative ones. Again, it's not really telling me what it does. There we go. So she's got +1 war support. We can add war support. We can actually spend our influence to boost war support, but I really don't think there's a huge point to it at this stage. Gain 1 free war support on all of our wars, or combat strength against independent powers and city-states. Production towards training military units could be useful. That leads us to go down into reduced maintenance, so that is probably the direction we want to go in. So let's go ahead and do that. Lots of things happening here that aren't all that useful, really. Now we get to choose a new civic. There's a lot of things here being recommended to us. We can increase our settlement limit. I mean, that's not a bad idea, is it? That we are attempting to try and take more settlements here. But at the same time, we also... What does Mysticism 2 give us? Anything really useful? No, let's go for organised military. It is a long one, although Code of Laws lets us get merchants. We're not really going to have anyone to trade with, probably, but... Would give us Petra. Let's go for organised military. It's a longer one, but I think it'll be the most useful. You guys just skip the turn. I don't know if he's going to move that unit towards us or not. I guess we'll find out. It can't really do a lot of damage to me. Have we moved on to the next turn already? I didn't realise we had. So we should be able to take this on this turn. Can I not move you in here? Still having a bit of an issue where the mouse pointer kind of changes and does something weird. Right, were we not able to grab that? The city defences are destroyed. What am I missing? How do I capture a city? I thought that would have taken it. City capture. To capture a settlement, attackers must gain control of the city and town centre and any urban tiles within its walled defences. At times there may be more than one capturing player. In this case, the player who controls the most urban tiles is the victor. In the case of ties, the civ who captured the last urban tile is the winner. The city centre district starts with 50 health, and all other urban districts start at 0. Districts with a health value are considered defensible, and the district's health must be reduced to 0 before an attacker can advance onto that tile. Walls add health value to districts. Combat against the district only applies damage to the district and does not affect the buildings within. By default, districts reciprocate damage to a melee attacker. It says an melee attacker, that's wrong. Damaged defensible districts will regenerate health automatically over time, provided the following conditions are met. Must be controlled by the city owner, cannot be occupied by an enemy unit or have adjacent enemy units. And the city where the urban district is located does not have any district attacked for a number of turns. So I think now we've got it down to 0. It shouldn't be able to regenerate, and we can move in there on the next turn. That is how I am seeing that. That unit has... okay, yeah, we moved there on this turn. Even if I was to unpack that legion, I couldn't get on the tile this turn, so let's not worry about it. Oh, I've got the migrant to command, so yeah, let's go and resettle them here. And we probably want to go for high production. This one's the better one because it gives us the 1 happiness as well as the 3 production. So let's allow the turn to progress. Again, I'm not worried about the merchant. So you've moved over here with this unit, which is very silly for you because you've basically moved within the range of 2 archers. Now I can move this archer forward because this is flat terrain and they're still next to the Legatus, so that still gives us... in fact, it has given us a promotion. And now it's level 3. We can actually settle another city with this one if we want to. What would be the best for us? Combat strength when defending? I mean, probably, because we are going to have some units coming from the north, almost guaranteed. I need to keep my eye on China, see if they're sending... it's not China, is it now? It's... who? What nation are you? Mississippian. So you may... I think these units are dealing with it, though. I think my suzerain is dealing with their units, so that's actually quite good. Roma has growed. So what do we want to take from here? I mean, some more production would be nice, some more food would be nice. There's quite a lot of things that could be potentially useful. This is 3 food, 1 production and 1 happiness. That seems like an overall good tile. Volcano's no longer active, that's not a problem. Yeah, so let's skip with these. We might have somewhere we can set up another city, but let's go ahead and just see if we can take this one. Does that not allow us to take the city? Did we not get its health down to 0? I thought that's exactly what we did. Can we not move in there? Its health is definitely down to 0. There are no other urban tiles, so I'm a little bit confused as to why it won't let me in there. Is it because there's a unit inside? But it's because there's a unit inside. Hopefully I don't lose that legion, but again, it doesn't matter too much if I do, because military units aren't all that important. Let's get you down here into the city, just to keep you nice and safe. And you can heal up, and then what we might do is consider packing this army up soon. This Legatus is not going to do anything. I mean, you can technically fortify. It feels a bit pointless. Yeah, we're just not going to do anything about that. I guess you're trading with him now, which sort of makes sense. I don't like how much damage we're taking here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this legion back, and I'm going to get the Legatus to spit this legion out into this tile. I think it's because there's a unit inside that's stopping us getting in. I think that's the problem. Not a huge amount of damage. Let's do the upgrade on the Legatus first. So what options have we got here? +3 combat strength from fortifications for land units within the command radius, or +2 combat strength for land units stationed on a district. I don't want to spread them out over all 5 things because I'd like to complete one of them first if we can. Combat strength for cavalry units, we don't have any. Combat strength for ranged units when attacking, yeah, let's go for that. I'm still kind of splitting here. I could have beelined going down one side over the other, but... do we have another archer that hasn't fired yet? You have fired, and you have fired. I'm guessing... Yeah, because there is a unit in there. I mean, let's go and attack anyway, because we want to keep its health down and not allow it to be able to regenerate too much. Just going to zoom out because I want to have a quick look around and see if there's any enemy units we need to be dealing with. I really wasn't expecting to be fighting a war on 2 fronts, but I think that's fine. Let's have you guys fortify. How many turns have we got left? 7 turns on Terracotta Army. And this archer can just stay here as well. Yeah, we'll allow... Do we want these units to heal up? You should move back here so you're no longer on the river. And we can get you to move back into your original space. And I'm just going to get them all to skip a turn, basically. There's nothing... I could get these guys to fortify, actually. Which is not a bad idea. Let's just have them all fortify up on the tiles they're standing on. You should be fortified as well. Another leader has opposed your war. I mean, you were the one that started the war. So, how does that work? Yeah. So they do have an archer down there, or a burning arrow. It seems like a stronger version of an archer. We've got some spearmen down there that belong to our suzerain. I'm not too sure how good they're going to be. My forces are pretty split right now. So I want to be able to sort of get over here if we can. I wonder if that merchant's going to sort of come through. You're healing up, so that's okay. Yeah, so everybody else... are we back round to this turn? I keep forgetting when the sort of the end turn is up. Right, so let's hit these guys. We need to sort of get rid of the unit that's in there if we can. So we want the archer. Still not down. Will this be enough for us to take it? Should be, right? There we go. So we've captured that. And can we move here and do something with this merchant? Can we do anything to it? Or is it just... It looks like we don't have any option to do anything to the merchant. So, okay. So we have captured a city here. We get the option to keep it or raise it. Now, happiness and production will be temporarily reduced until it's assimilated. If we raise it, it'll be destroyed over a period of 5 turns, and during this time, the settlement will not generate any yields, and opponents in all current and future wars will gain 1 bonus war support. So you really don't want to be raising settlements. So that puts us on 4 of 6. That's fine. And that should have also moved us a little bit closer towards this. Yeah, so if we get 1 more settlement now, then we will get the legacy point. As we're in a war on 2 fronts, we could really do something with this. We need to watch happiness. Ravenna City has 0. So we might as well put the clams in here, because that'll give it a +4. And the camel basically increases the number of resources that can be assigned to a city by 2. So if we were to put that in Roma, for example, it gives us more spaces here. So let's do that. These units are fully healed. I'm really tempted to take them north, but I don't know what he's got up there. Does have some more units here that are sort of fighting. I think this is the land that wasn't originally his, so maybe taking this is the safer option. But I definitely want to get another army down here, because, mind you, this is now done. So if I can get this army healed, I can move it out in this direction. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this Legatus here and pack everything up. I can't grab these two on this turn anyway, so... Well, apparently I can. No? Cancel what you're doing and... No? Okay. Okay, you skip your turn. Let's go on to the next turn then and see what happens. There's a milestone complete. So we've got a scientific legacy point. That's quite good. So now we've hit... where's science? We've hit a legacy point there. We've got a scientific one. That should have also given me... There's the wheel done.
Does not abandon.
So that's why we got that legacy point, because we got one codex. So to come to support in this war is causing a penalty to happiness in your settlements and a combat penalty when fighting your units. Yeah, see, I'm stronger against Himiko. So let's get these, let's make sure these units are all healing up. And they should all be just healing up now, because they're all just going to stand there. Are there any units heading in from the east? Nothing at the moment. So let's go ahead and pack up and get ready to move. We've got to be careful because we honestly don't know what they've got up here. And we've got another narrative choice. The Tech Wrangler. Ambition drives innovation. With so much to discover and explore, mastering the skill becomes a work of a lifetime. Mastery is found through meticulous research, or luck plays a role in all endeavours. I think I'm actually going to take the science. There's no point me getting an extra codex right now because I don't have any space to put it. So we could put this straight into giving ourselves an advantage. So we could put that straight into military training. It's 17 turns, but it's already down to 9 because we had a big boost to science. So that'll speed things up for us. Production down here, we just completed the Basilica. We could go for the Temple of Jupiter. We definitely need the happiness. It might be worth getting the Ancient Walls. We definitely want to get a library as well, though. Library's only 6 turns. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a library in here. There isn't really a place that gives it a good bonus. So let's put the library in up there. This archer's just basically going to sit around and do nothing. We can put them on sleep for now. And these units should just skip their turn until everybody's fully healed up. Okay, on to the next turn. 66%, 2/3 of the way through the age. How has our relationship changed? I mean, we're at war, right? How much is that relationship going to progress? Let's hope this river doesn't flood. And we want to get up here and see if we can snipe these 2 cities. This city's lost a little bit of health. You should be regaining some. You are. Not a huge amount. I could put you in our own territory, which would help. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's actually put you up there, and you should then gain health faster. 13 turns until we assimilate this. This town grows. What's going to be a good one for you? We've got most of the good tiles. I mean, food is always better than just production because, yeah, we're probably just going to get this one with the farm. And we can now give it a specialization if we want to, but we don't need to. We can just leave it growing. It's got a huge amount of food. We could turn it into a fort town, but we're probably not going to need it. We don't have any quarters in the town yet, but yeah, I think we just leave it as a growing town for now. There seems to be very little point in changing that. Let's leave these units up here. Again, still need to be very aware of any AI units coming in. It does look like we're potentially holding them back with our city-state units. Trying to sneak up here slowly if I can. I don't want to be caught out by running into a massive army. So yeah, you didn't get any on that, any healing on that turn because we moved you. Should this city not be repairing? It's definitely lost some health. Yeah, we'll have the rest of these units. It's a shame that I'm wasting turns waiting for units to heal up, but I feel like I don't have a lot of options. A half-dead army isn't really going to help me. Are you healing up now? Yeah, you're getting 60 per turn. So you are within our borders, even though it's a province that's assimilated. This legion is fully healed, but he might as well stay within the city for now. In fact, let's go and take the legatus and move them to this tile. Because at least then we'll be able to draw that unit in when the time comes. And yet you can pause up. You can pause up. And then... yeah, everybody just stand around. Right. This is where we've got to be careful. Because I don't really have a good view over this city. Or any other potential units that could be around. Because right now I can't even see the city. There's the city. Looks like they're actually being harassed a little bit by ships. Now I've got to be really careful here because I need to pick what units I put where. Because there's only one tile that I can actually put a unit into. So... yeah, I can put an archer over here. You can reach the city and stay out of the way. And then what I really need to do is get this archer on the tile where I am. But it won't let me do that, weirdly. I can do that and then move in there. And I think what we want to do first is probably get rid of these... I should have fired it with that one, because now I'm going to be hit by that slinger, but I think that's going to be alright. There is a unit in there, so I am going to go ahead and get this legion to just fortify. We're almost ready to move out of here. I wish this legion could just heal a little bit quicker. It's on 75, so he is getting there. Anything over to the east to worry about? Not quite yet. So we've got a legion. We'll definitely want to get another one, probably after the library's finished. Terracotta Army's done on the next turn, so that should give us our next...
After the battle, many new ghosts cry.
Love how the mouse still interacts with the tiles even on this screen. That's weird. So there's the Terracotta Army done. That gives us a free legatus. And now we can produce something over here as well. Could get a barracks. That gives us a lot more production. We also probably want to get a ballista. Because we all know ranged units are the best units, right? Let's get a ballista. I think it's time on this one, even though that unit isn't quite fully healed. I think it's time to get ready to move. Over here we have still got... see, these ships are actually doing the damage for us. But we have got some units coming in from Tecumseh that we do want to deal with. Oh, you can't... none of my units can hit from there. We don't quite have the range. Yeah, it's not a great spot to be in there, but he will have to try and attack us across the river if that's what he wants to do. Let's get the legatus to fortify. Try and save ourselves a little bit on that tile. Yeah, you can't hit anything. There's nowhere I can move you to that would help. So you fortify as well. He's actually attacking the slingers. That's ideal for us. Now my archers are getting attacked, unfortunately, by that galley, but he has moved in range of my other archers, so that's helped a bit. We want the archer that's in there. Thank you. Now, the city's on very low health. But attacking it right now wouldn't really help. So we're going to try and take these units out as they come in. So we could go ahead and still get the Temple of Jupiter. We are having happiness issues. So is it this one? Yeah, that'll complete the forum. Legatus is going to move up here. I could actually do with a better commander that has more... I could do with a better commander that has more promotions so that we can actually get a 6 stack. So I'm going to get Rome to produce now. I mean, the barracks might really be useful. I haven't built walls anywhere yet, but I'm not terribly concerned right now. Chariots are really, really strong. I mean, not much stronger than a legion, I suppose. I think we're going to get another legion. I do need a meat shield. An event, or a narrative choice that isn't a choice because there's only one option. At the heart of civilization, the capital city radiates authority. Banners bearing the sigil of the empire flutter atop monuments to the power of a people united. Yet other settlements distinguish themselves, as their stars rise. Citizens question their place in this larger community. Does the empire truly represent us all? So, crisis policy slots. At this point in the game, we start to get crises. When you reach 70% of the way through the age, you start to get crises, and basically you get given these negative policy slots. The crisis begins, the crisis intensifies, the crisis accumulates. So I can reduce my settlement cap by 1. I can reduce my happiness in settlements that I did not found, or I could, and I've got to pick 2 of these. So there's only 1 settlement I have that I didn't found, so that's probably one we want to pick. All of my settlements are without walls, so picking that one's probably bad. And -1 settlement cap. Well, I'm not at the cap yet, so that's probably the other one to take. So all we're doing now is taking a happiness penalty over here. That's probably the best we can hope for. We are now getting attacked over here. Can we get that Legatus over there in time to do anything useful? No. I was hoping we could potentially get some points on it. But if you're sending his units down here one at a time, that's fine. It makes them easier for me to take out. There has been a flood over here, which is great for us because that's done a huge amount of damage to his units that was in the city. And we can get the city defences down here. It would be nice if I could get another unit over there, but I think it's a little bit too risky. Still nothing coming in from the east. So we're good there. We do have this ballista, which has used all its movement, so I can't do anything with it. Yeah, let's get the Legatus over here. And go on to the next turn and see what the AI throws at us. Lots of units moving around. I'm really glad that I had this relationship with Nagtipunan, because they're militaristic, so they actually had lots of units. He is coming in with some extra stuff from the north. I can't reach it yet anyway. So we'll continue to fire at the city. Now, I could go and throw my Legatus into the city to attack it, but I really don't want to lose health on him. So let's promote him. And we probably... I think right now we're already... No, we've already got Bastion. This is one of the ones that's already upgraded a little bit. Let's go down combat strength for ranged units. And yeah, we'll probably just sit you here for now and move up with the ballista. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use these armies to go over and deal with Himiko first. That unit is gone. I know we didn't kill it, so it's definitely around somewhere. So we'll just skip a turn. Okay, peace deal to end the War of the Grassland. So he wants me... He wants to get... That's the city that's down near me. He wants to get that, and he wants to keep... He wants to give me the one that I'm just attacking up to the top. Which I don't really want. I'm going to reject at this point.
Brave never boast.
That's unlocked unit flanking. In my experience, if the AI is willing to make a deal, it means that they feel like they're on the back foot. So he's... I can't reach that unit from there, so you're going to fire at the city. This one, foolishly, is on the river tile. Didn't really take a lot of extra damage from that. However, I can attack him with the... Can I not attack with the Legion? No, because he's on a river. He's not going to do much damage from there. Yeah, I don't really want... Oh, he's got that Medjay in there, which I really don't want to directly attack. So we're going to have to just deal with these guys as they come in. Again, anything... There's a scout there, which I'm not overly concerned about. Only a range of 2 on the ballista. Got another Legion here, so let's start moving them forward. Choose a technology. We could get iron working. That'll move us into horsemen. And Legion... So what is that? We've already got Legions, haven't we? Tier 3 Roman unit, +2 combat strength for every tradition in government. Thought we already had that. It's weird. Military training. Gives us combat strength for ranged and siege units, and happiness on happiness buildings and a codex. Might be the way to go for now. We are going to start having some happiness issues if we're not careful. Choose a production. What is our happiness here? We have some, but not much. We could start work on the Colosseum. How long is that going to take? 18 turns. Doesn't give us... Oh, it does give us happiness. +2 happiness on quarters in this settlement. I think we'd be better off building something like an arena. Barracks would be nice for the production. Expensive, though. Let's go ahead and get ourselves an arena. This one would give us more happiness. This one would give us a bit of culture. I think we're building it for the happiness, so let's go and maximise that bonus. Again, nothing over here that I'm seeing that concerns me right now. We've already moved on this turn. Yeah, I think you're just going to have to sit there for now. The Garters can just kind of go to sleep. As can this archer. Okay, there's a civic unlock. So that now gives us... increases the settlement limit. Which is good, because that offsets the problem we were having. -1 maintenance. Well, I'm not really... +1 production and 1 science on the palace is useless now, isn't it? So let's get rid of that and put conscription in. Get some gold. Scout movement in sight, a little bit useless. Production towards infantry and ranged units. I mean, I'm not really doing them right now. Yeah, let's just leave everything else as it is. Choose a new civic. So now we can get Code of Laws. We are going to... Well, we've got another library, haven't we, actually? So yeah, we've got two slots for more codices. 71% of the way through. Ask some units over there. It's a real shame that we don't seem to be able to do anything to the trader. There's no like pillage option or anything like that anymore, which I find a little bit strange. This army can just go and move out of here now. I think we can send you over to the east. Now, this legion has taken some damage. I don't know whether it took damage from the unit in the city or whether it took damage from this unit here. I'm not going to do a lot of damage to... We can do far more damage to this one that's on the water. We can pillage to heal 30 HP. So let's go and do that. I generally try to avoid pillaging tiles where possible, because once you grab the city, you only end up having to rebuild them anyway. Yeah, their unit's definitely getting shot at. Mausoleum's been completed. Yeah, you're doing a really good job of keeping enemy units away from it. I think that might be a graphical glitch, because the tag is there, but the unit is there. Don't know where that other unit went. There was one there, obviously. So let's start moving over to the east. And just double check, there is definitely nothing we can do here, right? Yeah, we can't interfere with that unit at all. You have completed whatever it was you were working on. Now, what units do we have here? We've got a legion. So we've got 2 legions, so we need a ranged unit here. So we probably want to go and get ourselves an archer. We could have just used this archer, I suppose, but... Can't move any more with you. What's going on up here? You've taken some more damage. So again... We could use like this focus fire. Order all ranged units within a command radius to fire on a specified target, and all units have 2 strength for the attack. If I was to just fire on you, can we take you out? No. So if we were to do the trick with the Legatus... Would that take them out? It doesn't actually show us, which is the problem. See, taking that unit out, if we can, will help us immensely. Yeah, we can actually sink that, I think. Nope, it's not going to let me. I think we can weaken them up enough so that this legion will survive. So we are going to have to heal that unit up a little bit on the next turn. So we can just tell you to heal up. Right, they're actually moving that unit out. They've attacked with this unit from the water. So let's go ahead and see if we can get rid of that unit on a permanent basis. And then let's move the Legion in. Cool. That is great. That has now given us a militaristic legacy point and a legacy option for the next stage. And it's also given us an expansionist attribute point as well. Civilization unlocked. We've now unlocked the Songhai. Have 3 settlements with at least 3 navigable river tiles each. Cool. So he has still got some units up there. I think what I am going to do now is spit out that other legion onto this tile, just so we've got a bit of a defensive unit. We need to try and get rid of that before it comes back in again. All of these units that have taken damage can and should heal up. Obviously, we're going to keep the city. Antiquity age has now progressed to 75%. So military, we're up here. If we capture one more city, we'll gain the 2nd point. Science, we're a little way off. We've got some attribute points we can spend, have we not? No, apparently we don't. Resource management. Obviously, there's a couple of cities that are unhappy. That's because we have captured them. This has to go in a city. Gives 2 production to the capital and 4 production to any other city. I think we'll actually put that in Ravenna, because this is our sort of production town. So that'll speed things up a little. And yeah, I think we will try and move you over to the east. I mean, even that's going to take quite some time. There is a scout there. I'm not overly concerned by that. I mean, I could potentially start trying to move up with some of these units. But is he really going to come in and bother me? I'm not expecting that. I could potentially try and move forward with these units. The fact that we're on the river worries me a little bit, because I don't want anyone on the river tiles when they flood. So I do want to try and heal these units up a bit if I can. Let's let them do what they want to do first. So Hanging Gardens has been completed by somebody. There's a volcano that's not really my problem. Tecumseh has completed a milestone. So he's got... How has he got more... Oh, China's forward settling on him as well. I think he might have grabbed another city. He's definitely got some more resources. Just zooming out because I want to see what's going on. China's not actually been that aggressive. I think it's probably because my city-state is dealing with a lot of it. I might actually just send this army north because I think, one, it'll be quicker. Ah, you're camped up there. One, moving this army north will be quicker. Two, I think this army here and the city-state can deal with Himiko. So now that we've found you... I can't unpack you on this turn, can I? No, that's a shame. So you've now completed the archer. So can we just get you to draw everything into the army? Yes, we can. Only one ranged weapon, which could be better. But we can move you over here. I think I will still get another unit over here. Maybe another archer. We do have decent money. Is there anything we could potentially build in any of these cities that would help? Maybe we could get like an altar or something to help with happiness. It's only going to help a little. Production over here, so yeah, let's go ahead and get another archer. Or we could get a chariot just for the extra movement. Chase things down a little. Right, you're not moving in with anything. Tempted, if possible, to swap the position of these two units. That's not the unit I wanted to move. It was that one. I can move the Legatus back just so they're all in range. Well, this unit isn't in range of the Legatus, but now this one can actually heal up, and the fully healed one can attack this. Yeah, I do want to get rid of that, but there's not really a lot to do. And you can't reach anything. Again, I could move forward, but it seems like a big risk. Yeah, nothing left on you. Skip on the Legion. This might be the final turn for this video. We'll see how it goes. You're brilliantly moving closer to my archers. Thank you very much. Make life easier for me. That's another promotion on this Legatus as well. Lovely stuff. So we could give you 3 combat strength for siege. Now, you don't actually have any siege units. It feels like a bit of a waste, but it does put us closer towards advancement, which is infantry and cavalry units within the command radius have the first strike ability. So they get an extra 5 combat strength if they're at full health. But more importantly, it'll unlock one of these commendation points. So I think we will try and go down that route if possible. And then we've got these units here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to unpack and deploy onto here. It's mostly put my units in a good spot, not a great spot. We should move forwards with you, and we should move forwards with you. You're on rough terrain, so none of you can do anything. You're going to sort of form up. We should also, the Legatus should be in that tile really, because it's not grabbing this legion, but that's okay. I want to start moving over here. I'm terrified I'm going to get caught in a flood, but I've got to start trying to move up with the units. So we'll see how that goes. We definitely don't want to put the Legatus on that tile, that's for sure. I don't think I have to worry too much about you. Let's see if we can use the roads as much as possible here. Now, the question is, do we want to go for this city or do we want to go for this city? I feel like this city is going to be harder to take because there's a cliff here. So if we do want to take this city, I feel like we actually need to go in this direction. Again, it does put us in a crappy spot next to the river. I did say that was probably going to be the last turn, but I am doing another one because that's the way we do things. Here's a little army coming in actually from this side. That was unexpected. So we're going to need to deal with that. Luckily for me, he is coming in on the side that's closest to my... let's move you here. He is coming in on the side that's closest to my city that has walls. I didn't even want to go to war with her. Will she actually peace out? Yeah, she won't give me any city. But she will take a white piece.
事の次第を明らかにしよう。
So I think that's the best option now, because now I don't have to worry about the attacks coming from that side. I'm not going to be able to take... How many have we got up here? 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 cities. I'm not going to be able to take 4 cities up here and deal with them at the same time. Let's have a quick look at you. I'm not going to actually peace out, but... Yeah, he does have at least 3 cities. We're on 78%, so I am convinced that I can grab at least another one. So let's start getting units across where it looks reasonably safe. I'm going to have to put units in the river to get them out the other side. I mean, it's the only way that I can do this. The city is starting to gain some health back. But yeah, let's get over here and do what we can. So we've got some growth down here now. Now we would like some happiness here, but there are no happiness tiles. But this is a really good tile. 3 food, 2 production, 1 gold, 1... Oh, well, 1 happiness, I suppose. It's a little bit. No, it's not a lot. You can actually have a specialization. We'll just keep you as you are. We will buy walls, just to give you a bit of defense. I mean, I could go and buy walls in Ravenna as well. Just to make you a little bit strong. I mean, I've got plenty of units down here. Now that I'm only at war on one side, I think this is going to be a lot easier. These legions still have all of their movement. In fact, you can just attack that. Wasn't enough to take it out, but you can. And that's more XP for the Legatus as well. There is an archer in here. That archer can fire at you. Yeah, he's made a big mistake here. I could move forwards with this legion. It's not going to serve me well to do so. So I don't think I will. I really wish I could move these units off of the river, but it's not going to happen. On to the next turn. Please don't flood. Please don't flood. Okay, the river didn't flood. So let's move forwards with you. Let's get you out of the river. That is a river tile. I'm not sure if it's one that can flood. Well, I'm going to have to take the risk with the Legatus at some point, aren't I? And you, I suppose. We're going to attack that one from this side. I wish it told you what the last building was that completed. It doesn't seem to do that. We could work on the Colosseum. I mean, we should do. We are Rome. We do have some happiness problems here. So an arena would be good. 10 turns for the arena, 7 turns for the villa. No great spots for it. I think the arena still works out better for us. What have we got in here? The library. I'm going to keep science ones available for science. I mean, we could get some culture if we put it into one of these, I suppose. Yeah, let's put it in there on the flat desert, and we'll convert that farm. So what's going to happen now is it should let me then put that... Yeah, it lets me move that villager somewhere else onto a different tile. So we could get one of these for just better production. Excellent. So he's actually backed up with that unit. Can I see what he's got in there? He's got a Majay in there. I'm not at war with China anymore. I keep saying China, it's Himiko, it's obviously not China. So let's move up with the Legion and the Legatus. And try and block him in if we can. I understand that this Legion is now out of useful range there, but... Unfortunately, I've got this watering hole in this mountain in the way, which is not really helping things. And also the fact that Himiko has got this annoying scout here as well is causing a problem. This archer also can't reach anybody, so you can go back to sleep. And then... Oh, we've got the chariot. Now, the chariot was going to be here as a defensive unit. But I think I can move it forwards to help with anything that might be up here, as we don't have to worry about Himiko now. We're one turn away from getting Code of Laws. I'm not too sure how useful that's going to be for us. Let's have a look at the trees, actually, just before we end the video. See how we're doing on tech and things. So we're certainly getting our way through the tech tree here. We haven't got currency. We haven't got navigation or engineering. Because there are definitely sort of things here that give us more codex. Anything that have these masteries usually give a codex. So we could get currency and then the mastery for another codex. We've got military training. We could do the mastery here to gain a codex. Is that the one we're working on? It is. So we'll get another codex for that. That codex should then... Will that be enough to move us on? No, we need 1, 2, 3 more codices to progress with that. And then in terms of the civics, we've finished the Roman civic tree, but on the antiquity civics we're actually quite far behind. So we'll have to see how that's going to go. Happiness is becoming a problem. Most of that is probably from the crisis. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's an enemy city that I control has -43, which is really not good. There's not too much I can do about that, especially while the crisis is going on. Where do we see that crisis? It's here. So it's almost going to intensify, and then we'll have another slot that we need to fill with more negative stuff put in there. So the crisis always gets worse before it gets better. And we'll just have to see how that turns out. But I'm going to end the video here anyway, because I've been going on for over an hour already. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Civilization VII, and I hope you're enjoying the series in general. If you are new to the channel, please do consider a like and a subscribe, or leave your comments below. I do try to reply to as many comments as possible. And whether you are watching and you're an old-time viewer or a new viewer, please do consider supporting myself and the channel with a channel membership, because it really does help me out to continue making these videos. I'd love to be able to do them full time and do a wider range of videos. That's something that I'm very passionate about doing, but at the moment I can only do that with your help, so I'd really appreciate that. I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.